Most people seem to be just plain annoying. Most of the time this is just because of their poor quality mics and they cannot help but sound like fuzzy noise. But a lot of people like to blast loud music into their mics or use pitch change to make weird noises. What the hell? And these people are just the biggest jerks of them all. They're just trying to annoy you, and it's easy to succeed thanks to voice chat. Text is easy to ignore, but voice chat is in your face. In most games, I can simply turn voice chat off altogether, which is what I usually do. I used to leave it on for co-op and Resistance 2, but a lot of people like to blast crappy European pop into their mics. I would rather just play the game rather than going into the pause menu just to mute someone. Unfortunately, in Killzone 2, I cannot mute people. At the pre-start of every game, I simply mute every person with a mic. Not the best idea since it's a very tactical game, but it seems like most people have bad mics in Killzone 2. In Call of Duty 5, the clarity was generally better, but there were tons of whiners. I do not turn on my PlayStation to hear people bitch about their daily lives. If you're talking to a friend, just call them and leave me out of the conversation. It's a real pity to bring up the idea of abandoning voice chat. In the past, only the serious gamers had it, and they used it for what it was for and not for the crap I'm talking about right now. Then they became mainstream and all the kids got headsets. I have been told Xbox Live feels like it's dominated by YouTube commenters. No offense, I am one. I remember reading a Game Informer article about how Microsoft in 1 month banned hundreds of accounts for racial slurs. Apparently it was cool to be a racist in Halo. It seems like it has not changed much from what I hear from friends. Now, you know someone is a teen if they use the word nigger or faggot constantly. And I hear these words a lot online. Not just in games, but online in general. Do teens think they're a hard ass if they act like a racist or a homophobe? I'm a teen myself, and as of writing this, and I still don't get it. Although the worst of the maturity on voice chat is when someone starts rapping. When that happens, I just want to grab the Car 98 my character is holding and blow my fucking brains out. Does he have to lay down rhymes for the one kill he gets every 10 minutes? It's stupid things like that that make me want to turn off voice chat, which is something I should not have to do to enjoy the game, especially when it was designed with voice chat in mind. In all honesty, I think it's the distance between gamers that brings out the worst in them. I will admit, I get real pumped up when playing competitive games, and I will scream and curse and flip out at the TV. You know what I'm talking about. But I don't turn my mic on for the whole ordeal. And I don't think a lot of people feel the same way. It seems like they want to vent onto others, and they don't care who they annoy because they're not there and they don't know them. Perhaps they vent out all the day's frustration onto other gamers and the whole spiels have nothing to do with the game. That's how it seems to me at times. It most likely is for the same reason why everyone says nigger and fag so much. Because everyone else doesn't, why shouldn't they? Young people always feel a need to fit in or conform or whatever you want to call it. It's a natural instinct and it's very strong in young people. Look at YouTube comments. Again, no offense. They're seriously all the same for mainstream topics. My problems persist more so with mainstream games like Call of Duty. You know, all the games that teens are playing. They want to fit in with other gamers, so they act like dicks. This is not surprising in the least bit, since teens do this in real life. Perhaps it is the competitive nature of the gaming that brings out, makes everyone seem so bestial. For an interesting conclusion, I will say I do plan on buying a mic for my PS3 in the future. It sounds absurd after all this, but for situations like the co-op and Resistance 2, communication is vital. As I dive more into squad-based games, it becomes clear how important it can be. I will never forget the most useful thing I heard from someone in a long time. While playing Resistance 2 in co-op, a medic came up to me and said, "Hey Spec Ops, give me some ammo." He said it with such clarity, it kind of caught me off guard. Unfortunately, I had just got the game and was a noob. I hit every damn button on the controller, but I could not figure out how to give it to him. I guess I missed the one button that gave him ammo. Of course, I learned later. Had I had a mic, I could have asked how. Sure, I would have got called a noob, but I would have deserved it, and I would have learned something. I was being a noob anyway. So at the next purchase of a mic, I vow never to be one of the people I mentioned here. And if I sound like the kind of guy you want to play with, my PlayStation Network username is Fox0666. That's the conclusion of the article. Obviously I added a lot of stuff in there since I'm talking, not writing. But I hope you found it amusing, and it was surprisingly a lot of work to put it all together. But yeah, thanks for watching if you made it this far, and definitely check out my website fox0.net. Don't stop gaming.